SKARKE was good to see him on the left wing. I agree with some of the comments I've seen about him that he's a little bit slower paced. We saw that in a couple of exchanges where Schalke had a couple of breakouts and he just didn't have the pace to keep up. Like I think Kozuki or somebody kind of let him out and he just didn't have the pace. He's been okay. It's been very chaotic, I think, as somebody put it. But, you know, at least he's playing a left wing position. And I think this is a position even Tobias Moore could thrive in because he's not playing left wing back. He's playing a left wing position, which is his natural position. And it poses an interesting question now because we've seen SKARKE play. That's his first game. Could have been maybe rust or whatever. He didn't play much for Union. So who do you play on the left side? Is it SKARKE? Is it Tobias Moore? Is it Bulter? Who do you play in the middle? Is it Bulter? Is it Salazar? Kozuki has to play on the right.
Yeah. The left side, I think you're correct, is probably the biggest trouble spot for me. And I mean, I don't know how you feel about Salazar getting full 90s as opposed to like 60s or like 30-minute cameos. I know there's been kind of different usages of him over time in terms of his durability and everything. He should be pretty freaking fresh at the moment, right? You know,
yeah.
Only played like a month and then got injured from October. But to me, I think Salazar has to, if you're going to be playing a 4-2-3-1, which has kind of been our default shape, I think Salazar has to be at the 10.
Yeah.
And then the question is Bulter benched? Is Bulter playing left wing? Because we know that Bulter can either play kind of second striker or can kind of play that, you know, he can move around a little bit. I think because you just brought SKARKE in, like he's going to have to get a couple more opportunities, obviously, to show like they're going to want to use him. I thought, he was, a little bit. I don't know if rusty's the right word, potentially, because he hasn't really gotten any minutes this season, so you could totally understand that when he had like 45 minutes before we loaned him in.
Yeah.
I thought he was a little bit better in the first half in particular, got in behind a little bit more, he had some good progressive passes in this one, but ultimately not too clean. So we'll have to see how he develops. Tobias Moore, regardless of what position you've played him in this year, has been pretty bad, unfortunately. Whether it's, left wing back, whether it's more up the pitch, like he hasn't done particularly great. I'm not opposed to seeing those things again, but to me, it's Salazar has to be on the pitch. He's one of your X factors. He was one of your best players coming into the season. He immediately looked like that in his cameo. I think you have to maximize the amount of minutes that you can give him from here on out.
No, yeah, I think Salazar is a lock. He has to be in the 10 position. And I was kind of debating it myself, and I was like, well, Bulter plays well as a second striker, so you like him in the 10, but it's like you can't not have Salazar there. So Salazar has to be in the middle. And then it's between, Bulter and SKARKE. And I agree with your point about, you got to get the new kid at least another opportunity, right? He was everywhere, but he was looked rusty. So maybe another game will do him good. And you can always bring Bulter off the bench, whether for Salazar or SKARKE or Draxler, obviously, as well. I think.